Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And I gotta start with this from Michael Branch. How XRP and RLUSD are making Ripple the JP Morgan of the crypto industry. The one thing that I like that they said in this article is this right here: the end of banking as we know it. Ripple's broader vision seems clear: to replicate the core functions of a global bank using crypto infrastructure. Where legacy banks rely on swift messages and multi-day settlements, Ripple offers near-instant clearance through its blockchain-based payment rails. Where banks use custodians and clearinghouses, Ripple embeds custody and settlement directly into its protocol stack. And where banks issue credit and manage liquidity, Ripple deploys its native stablecoin, RLUSD, to fill the same role, but backed by short-term treasuries and cash rather than loans. Then they go on to talk about XRP. Ripple's future no longer depends on XRP's market performance. The token remains a liquidity bridge, but the company's core business is now infrastructure and institutional adoption. So as the XRP ledger gets that institutional adoption and RLUSD continues to gain momentum, that will all bring value back to XRP. I always said RLUSD is a door opener because banks, they don't want to talk about crypto right now, but they will open their doors to a stablecoin. So you get them used to using the stablecoin for cross-border payments. Then all of a sudden you offer them a better solution. You tell them XRP offers on-demand liquidity, plus it's faster and cheaper. All of a sudden, they all start using the secret sauce. But right now, it's all about stablecoins because I think every country, they either want a central bank digital currency or a stablecoin, but they want to keep their own currency. That's why they're pushing away from the US dollar. Boom, Ripple's Monica Long to speak at Singapore FinTech Festival November 2025. Topic: the next decade of finance. Audience: global banking leaders. Stage: one of the most elite FinTech lineups worldwide. And look at the names on this list. You know, there's a reason Ripple always gets a seat at the table. It's because Ripple is aligned with the elites. They already see it as the future. That's why I always tell you, if you want to invest in what the elites see as the future, you buy XRP, you buy XLM or XDC or HBAR. Because even from day one, when they created RippleNet and XRP, the elites knew this is the future. And that's why we're seeing the adoption that we're seeing today. XRP offers a neutral payment bridge, easing U.S.-China trade tensions without replacing national currencies. And that's what I've been saying since 2022. Ripple's ODL enables instant cross-border settlements, cutting transaction costs by up to 90%. XRP's neutrality allows seamless transfers between the dollar and yuan, reducing political and financial friction. It works as a trust layer in between two countries that don't trust each other. Not only that, do you think the U.S. wants to accept yuan as payment? No, they want U.S. dollars. So China could go in as the yuan into XRP, and it could come out on the other end as the dollar. Or it could go in as the dollar into XRP and come out on the other side as the yuan. That's what makes XRP so great. And every country is already on this path right now. Every country wants a stablecoin or their own central bank digital currency. They will all need a bridge currency. You know what's bigger than all the money in the world? Debt. And it'll all be tokenized. MasterCard, XRP, Ledger. This comes from Chad Steingraber. So money supply measures assets. The money supply is measure of liquid monetary assets in an economy, such as cash and money in checking accounts. Since a credit card balance is a liability, a debt for the customer or the consumer, it's not a monetary asset and is therefore excluded. Whenever people are valuing XRP, they never include the debt. And the debt is massive. Look at how much debt the U.S. government is in. Look at how much credit card debt that people have out there. And they want to tokenize all of that as well. So think of all that value coming to the XRP ledger. And we just seen that deal that Ripple's making with MasterCard already. Same thing will happen with Visa and so on. XRP price today. XRP had a make or break point. Crash below $2 or soar to a new high. We have so many things lining up for this coming week. Possible government reopening. Possible ETF going live this week. They're still working on that market structure bill. I think that's going to get pushed into December, but it could possibly happen even sooner. We also have the president saying there's going to be some more executive orders around crypto also. So I think where we are at right now in this market, it's the calm before the storm. The calm before the major breakout. Now, can XRP go down to $1.90? Of course it can. But right now, the way I look at it is, one big thing drops for XRP, and that could be the catalyst that gets everything going. Let's see how this week goes. All you need is 10 XRP to be a millionaire. $100,000 per XRP. I'm not even going to play this clip, but here's what I'm going to tell you. Buy as much as you possibly can before time runs out. I'm telling you, once institutional adoption happens, most of retail is going to be priced out of XRP very quick. You buy it while you still can. I seen another guy earlier today saying all you need is 1 XRP. It's going to $1 million plus. When are these time frames? When would XRP hit 100K? Most likely 2050 if it's going to happen. Think shorter term. Buy as much as you can and then put together a game plan. Am I going to sell this XRP at these price points? Am I going to continue to hold this XRP and put it to work for me so I could get passive income? You got to look at all these things now. Put a game plan together now before euphoria sets in. What's your exit price from XRP? And you see the price points right there. Why is everybody in such a rush to sell this cryptocurrency? I don't get it. We are on the verge of never having to sell our crypto at all. You're going to be able to borrow against it, loan it out, get passive income, stake it, earn more XRP. Why rush to sell it for US dollars? I don't get it. The US dollar continues to lose value. Why not stay in something that gains value over time? 1,000 XRP is enough to create generational wealth. Yes or no? Again, nobody knows because everybody's life is different. Their lifestyle's different. They need more money to retire. They need more money for financial freedom than what other people need. Buy as much as you can while you can. I'm telling you, the biggest regret people are going to have over the coming months is not stacking more of it while they had the chance to do it. XRP is still cheap. It's dirt cheap. Eventually, it's going to go into price discovery. We are going to see all the inflow of money into those ETFs. It's going to continue to push the price higher and higher. Everybody's going to be calling the top. Nobody knows how much XRP is going to be enough until it happens. Now, I would say 1,000 XRP is enough if you plan on holding it for a longer time frame. I still think there's a chance XRP could hit 4 digits within the next 2 years. But that's with institutional adoption, leading us into mass adoption. We're not going to get full-on institutional adoption until we get regulations first. Short term, it's all going to be about the ETFs and that Clarity Act. That's the things we need to look at. And the government reopening as well, because nothing's going to happen until the government reopens. It's creating so much instability in the market right now. Guess what the gas fees would be on the XRP ledger? Pennies. And you see, Ondo Finance says, we would like to formally apologize to the Ethereum community for the recent spike in gas fees. Trading demand for Ondo tokenized stocks drove 10% plus of Ethereum gas usage in the past 24 hours. Those Ethereum gas fees are always going to be a problem for Ethereum. People are tired of paying fees in the crypto space. And again, that's most likely going to be one of the biggest reasons that Ethereum becomes irrelevant over time. Trust no one. Investment scam cost Connecticut man his entire life savings of $228,000. So in August, Joe got a message from a company calling itself Zap Solutions. It promised that if he invested 30 grand, he soon would have $368,000 in returns. It sounded like a smart move. Like many victims, he believed the pitch because it seemed professional and legitimate. What it sounded to me like is too good to be true. Don't fall for things that sound too good to be true. Keep your crypto safe. I'm telling you, the scams are going to continue to amp up with the prices of these cryptocurrencies. Once the real breakout begins, I'm telling you, there's going to be scams everywhere. Nobody's doubling your XRP bag. If it sounds too good to be true, it's too good to be true. And stop talking to the bots in the comment section. I stress that because they're trying to steal your crypto. Don't open links. Again, we see all these emails coming from Coinbase supposedly and Ledger. Same thing with text messages. Now they're even calling people on the phone claiming to be from Ledger, claiming to be from Decent, and so on. There are scams everywhere. I cannot get rich with all of you if you lose your crypto. Keep your crypto safe. Also, get your crypto off the exchanges. You don't know what goes on behind the scenes at the exchanges. You don't buy your groceries at the grocery store and leave them behind. Don't buy your crypto on an exchange and then leave it there. Not your keys, not your crypto. You know, I know we are on the verge of a massive run-up coming for this cryptocurrency. I cannot wait for that to happen. You know, I've been waiting for this since 2022 with most of you because I know a lot of you were here back in 2022 as well, watching my videos. We are on the verge of finally getting rich together, finally getting financial freedom, finally watching XRP go full-on parabolic and experiencing euphoric times together. And I cannot wait for that to happen. And until it does happen, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.